one of the ornery. Somebody wanted to know where I got, who was it? Just asked me that the other night, where I got the name Irene. And I said, well, I don't know, I was thinking about Irene.
Irene, yes.
And I said, well, I was thinking about that the other day, but I suppose Leland would give it to me because he'd give it all a nickname.
I see.
But I really don't know. I've had that name ever since I went to school.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure how I got it.
I see.
And I don't think I can tell you anything very interesting.
Okay. Can you shut that off for a minute? Okay, Grandma. So, where did you go to school?
Morton Creek. All my life, only a few days, I went to Williamsburg.
Okay.
And I was apartment. The year I graduated was the last year they went to school up there. Only they started. But I didn't start to school when school started.
Okay.
And I think I went 1 week and they took us to Williamsburg.
Okay.
And then by that time I was so far behind the rest. The superintendent, for that matter, I think all knows better.
I see.
I was so far behind the rest it was disgusting.
I see.
So I quit. So now you know how much schooling I got.
So how far did you go?
Just you graduated then out of the eighth grade.
8th grade. Okay. Okay.
And I graduated and went, I don't know, maybe a week or two down to Williamsburg
Okay.
and quit. But I was far behind because I didn't start into school. But my mom thought I was too young to be out of school. And I think it was a month before I ever started to school again.
Okay.
And then I didn't go very long till they took us to Williamsburg.
Okay.
And I was disgusted and quit.
So what did you do right after high school?
I always worked out, or did work out. I worked up to her.
Okay.
But I always worked at home because Mom needed me worse than anybody else, I thought.
I see.
And she probably thought so too.
Yeah. Well, how did you meet my grandpa?
Him and, well, I knowed him, or that is, knowed where they lived, and
Okay.
I knowed his brothers, 2 brothers, better than I did him.
Okay.
But him and somebody come up there, and I forget who the other girl or boy got a date with. I can't remember anybody being in my house right then. But they come up there. He was going to ask me for a date, and this other boy, but I don't remember who the girl was.
I see. So how long were you dating before you got married?
A good while.
And do you remember your wedding date?
Yeah, we was married in Richmond.
Okay. Well, so after that, then, where did you live?
Where he lived. His father, well, had been dead a long time.
Okay.
He had a temper like the rest of us.
I see.
And whatever he was doing, one of the neighbors, the belt come off. And he started to kick it on and got his foot caught in it. That's what caused his death. He didn't die right then, but.
Oh, wow.
And they had a doctor from Indianapolis come over here. But it didn't do no good.
That sounds so tragic.
I really never knew him.
I see.
I knew they lived there, but I didn't know him.
Right, right. Well, What kind of person was my grandpa?
Well, I don't know. As I said, he had a temper like all the rest of us.
What'd you like about my grandpa that,
Huh?
what'd you like about my grandpa that you decided to marry him? Was he funny?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Good to
But
see
he
you.
was a jealous person, though, too.
Was he?
He didn't want me to hardly speak to nobody.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, you guys were married for a while, and then you had Jim, and then Mom. So, can you tell me anything about, did you remember Mom and her childhood?
Well, that was usually... she was still in school when we moved to Williamsburg. But I don't know what grade.
Okay. So, Mom, she,
We'd got her a piano from one of the neighbors, and of course we didn't tell her about it, and she was surprised when she got home.
Yeah.
And she, of course, took lessons and was like good pianist.
So she loved music, she loved drama, she was in those school plays, and,
Yeah, I think she liked, well, in fact, I think both of them liked school.
okay.
I don't remember Jim being in plays much, but then there wasn't nothing went on with the Ramona one. Wasn't in.
Well, then she did some cheerleading in high school.
Huh?
She did cheerleading.
Yeah,
In high
she was
school.
cheerleader for,
The
2 or
Williamsburg
3
Yellow
years.
Jackets.
yeah,
Yeah, for 2 or 3 years. Yeah,
I don't know, 2 or 3 years she's cheerleader.
yeah. Was there a time in her life where she accepted Jesus Christ? Was there a time where she accepted Jesus Christ as her personal Savior?
Yes.
And when would that be?
Well, I'm not sure. I think in the 6th grade.
Okay.
And then she went to, every year she went up to Lake Webster. What did you call that?
Lake Webster, up north in Indiana. Yeah. She went to a camp there.
Oh, I can't think what you call them.
Okay.
No, Ramona was a very likable person, and, well, Jim is too, as far as I know.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
That's what I heard. She was just very outgoing and likable, and so after she graduated, she went to a business college.
yeah,
Yeah, and she graduated from there.
and worked at PC.
Right. Right.
Till Terry was born, I reckon.
Okay. And then when Terry was born, then she stayed at home? Or did she continue work?
No, she stayed at home and took care of Terry.
Okay.
Nobody else ever took care of you kids when she was living.
Okay. So, as twins came along,
Yeah.
which was a surprise.
Bad twins.
Yeah.
Did I tell you Terry or Larry called just after you did the other day?
No. Okay.
Talked like they might come over this weekend, but I have to have got so bad I was supposed to.
Oh, really? Okay. Huh. It's been a while since I talked to him. And then, of course, the twins were born. So then shortly after we were born, she started getting sick. She started going sick. Do you remember how?
Yeah. That's true. I do know now
Mhm.
that you kids wasn't very old when there got to be something the matter with it.
So then, of course, we moved to Florida, and we moved to Florida, and we were there for a while.
But she didn't get any better when they moved down there. In fact, I think she got worse.
This was at a point where Dr. Slick told her to move to Florida because it had been more beneficial for her at that point, weather-wise.
I don't know.
Okay, do you remember when she started feeling sick, do you remember what she was, anything that she said, anything that come to mind that she was
I think,
concerned about?
I don't know, but I think I don't know where she really thought she was going to get well or where she just told us that.
So she told you that, okay. She was caring for us. I know it was a big load for her, with Terry and the twins. Was there a certain point where she needed help?
Where she was?
Where she needed help, outside help?
Yeah, I went down. Well, I went to visit, and I wondered now why I ever come home, like Jim said, and I turned around the next day and went back. Jim went down there, and I went back with him and stayed, and then till, well, then Frank and, of course, Frank was in bad shape too. And Frank's and Leon's come down there. And Frank and your mom and me come back on the train. And the rest come back in the cars, you guys. And Leon and Frank's was down there, or Donna was. Frank had come with us. And we had been home, I think, 2 days before you got there. And then, if I'm not mistaken, she was in bed. Then 2 days. And then when you got there, why, we took her to Winchester Hospital, and she was there the rest of the time.
Was she there 3 months, or just a short period of time? It seemed like someone said 3 months, but it seems like a long time. But how long was she at the hospital?
I would have said 2 weeks, but I'm not sure.
Okay. The day before she died, I was told she was feeling pretty good. She got up and was walking down the hallway, and she felt pretty good. And it was during that night, then she go into a coma?
She
Did
what?
she go into a coma?
I suppose that's well, Phyllis was there the night she died.
So Phyllis was the one that was there.